outfits. One of the most famous was Edward of Woodstock, known as the Black Prince. He was a 14th century English prince and military commander, beloved by some, feared by others, and not at all the kind of guy who'd sit around in a cursed tower. He likely earned the nickname posthumously, maybe due to his black armour, or maybe because of his enthusiasm for burning French towns. Historians are still debating, mostly in polite academic duels. It wasn't until centuries later that the term Black Knight started accumulating villain points. Romantic literature, 19th century novels, and early Hollywood gave the term a glow-up, or more accurately, a gloom down. Suddenly, the Black Knight became the brooding loner, lurking on the fringes of tournaments, morally ambiguous, and often shirtless for some reason. But back in the real Middle Ages, Black Knights were just part of the colour-coded feudal fashion scene. They didn't swear dark oaths under blood moons. They just wanted their armour to match their family banners, and maybe look cool while doing it. Some medieval stories sound like they were written after a few too many pints of mead. Take, for example, the tale of a shining city built in the middle of a swamp by monks, a sort of holy Venice, but with more prayer and less gondolas. For centuries, local folklore in the English fenlands spoke of Crowland Abbey, a marvel of stone and piety, standing proudly on an island of dry land surrounded by boggy despair. It was said that monks built bridges out of faith, logs, and possibly divine stubbornness. Scholars long dismissed it as a quaint exaggeration. After all, who in their right medieval mind would build a monastery in a swamp? Well, monks would. Recent excavations have confirmed that Crowland Abbey, founded in the 8th century and expanded throughout the Middle Ages, did indeed rise out of the muck, complete with causeways, raised walkways, and early drainage systems so clever they make modern plumbing blush. These monks weren't just praying in the mist, they were engineering their way through it. They constructed wooden platforms on piles driven deep into the peat. They used gravel and clay to firm up walkways, and they built bridges, including the famous triangular bridge, which still survives today. Three-way symmetry, baby. You don't get that kind of architectural ambition from drunken peasants with a shovel. So why the swamp? Well, 2 reasons. Isolation and tax breaks. Monasteries were supposed to be separate from the sinful world. Nothing says holy isolation like being surrounded by mosquitoes the size of pigeons. Plus, land no one else wanted was often cheaper. So monks got crafty. They turned the